Hi, this is the Stuff Thangs podcast Q&A show. Just a very quick message from me. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Sam. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody for sending in the questions. We were absolutely inundated and we weren't expecting that. We thought maybe we'd get 10 to 20 and we ended up answering over 105 questions over 2 separate shows. We had to break it down into 2, but we're releasing them at the same time for you. So again, massive thank you to everybody for sending in questions. If you sent them in and you've not heard them read out, I apologise, they must have arrived late. If you sent some in and you heard similar read out, it probably means they got there first. So massive apologies to you. Based on the popularity of this and if people enjoy the shows, then we will do it again. But thank you all and I hope you enjoy.
Do you feel thirsty? Do you feel lightheaded? Dizzy? Do you feel tired? Do you have a dry mouth, lips or eyes? Do you feel your skin is dry? These are symptoms of dehydration. You need bubble tea. And the one place in Southend-on-Sea for bubble tea is Bubbles and Beans. Look them up on Facebook. These folks will refresh your fucking world.
I'd better get some free bubble tea after this.
Welcome to the Stuff and Thangs podcast. Your home for all stuff related to your favorite things in entertainment. Now, here are your hosts.
Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of the Stuff and Thangs podcast. I am Sam. Today is our much feared Q&A special. Been requested by everybody who listens for a long time. I've avoided it. We are here. Today is the day. We've been sending questions by our listeners, which I did ask for, so it's my own fault. I said we do it unfiltered. Some of you are absolute filth, so we've had to filter some. And we are down to about 105 questions, which is kind of crazy. Joining me to go through them and hopefully not cringe too much and have a lot of fun, it's my partner in crime, it's Stefan.
Yo, buddy, how you doing?
Nervous, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same.
So I've been going through these to try and collate them, and what I've had this horrible thing where I've like looked at them and gone, yeah, I'm not asking that. That's aimed at me. I'm not putting that in. And then I've realised that I've been putting stuff in for you and Kaylee because I think it's funny. And I'm like, I can't now not put this in for me. Like, oh, no one sent any questions from me. Never mind. So there's stuff in here which I feel, I feel kind of like this is going to be a nightmare. And some I've put in, like Kaylee's got a list there and I've not read them.
Oh, so you've sent me my questions last night and I haven't read them yet. So I'll be reading these like kind of fresh.
Proud of you for that. That's good. That's going to be fun. And so joining us, so it is the threesome. It is the deadly trio. It's the Marvel Super Thangs. I've promoted her back to that status. It's Kaylee.
Hi.
You're hi. You're hello on this podcast. Always such a breath of fresh air. Me and him sound so grumpy and miserable, and you come on. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, that's very nice.
I just want to point out that's not what she sounds like before we hit record.
Oh God, no. No. It's like swearing like a sailor on leave, but we hit record and it's like, hello everybody, welcome to the podcast. I'm Kaylee.
First time we recorded, I generally had no idea who the heck this was.
No.
I'd heard her on the podcast. It was doing the Moon Knight podcast.
Yes.
And
true.
I'd heard Kaylee on the podcast when I'd been listening, so I wasn't there. And then I joined in and the call started up and it was, hi everyone. This voice came back at me and I'm like, who the hell's that, Sam?
Yeah, who's that person? Yeah, I did warn you.
Started recording and I was like, oh, it's Kaylee. Right, okay.
Yeah. But you're welcome. See, we've not even gotten to the questions yet and we're already giving each other shit, so this should be a lot of fun. I'm going to say a quick apology. I'm going to have to do a lot of editing. Today, my local council have decided is the day that they are going to cut down all the trees and hedges near my home. So there is chainsaws going constantly outside. If that gets picked up on the audio, I apologise. I'm going to try and edit it out as best I can. But if it is there, oops, not a lot I can do. Delighted to say that today's Q&A special does have its own little theme, by the way.
Welcome to the Stuff Thangs podcast Q&A show.
Well, this could be a dance track, that, couldn't it? That could be a banger. Okay, so it is the Stuff and Things podcast Q&A show. Could become an annual thing, or if this goes horrifically wrong, it'd be a show forgotten and deleted. We have all got questions in front of us, and we're going to take it in turns to ask them. First of all, we have Ryan, who's from our Discord. Now, we have a Discord server. Look out for the link in the text for the podcast, wherever you get your podcast, and you can join us there. There's a small elite group of people who chat there on different shows. If you want to get involved, please do.
Genuinely don't know why there's not more people on there.
I think it's because they don't like you. That's what everyone seems to say. Anyway, so I will start. I will ask the first question. That will then move to the lovely Kaylee. Kaylee will then ask the second question, and then Stefan will bring up the rear with the third, and we will go round and round like that until we're all done. Is everyone happy?
Can we start each round with question number? Because I'm going to get halfway down this list and forget what number I'm on.
Get a pen and mark them off as you go. Come on now. Come on. Okay. So we'll open up. So we've all got one question from Ryan on Discord, and mine, Stefan, is aimed at you.
Brilliant.
Ryan says, Stefan, have you ever had a moment doing a show where you were so confident you were right on something and then realised whilst recording you were quite wrong? Ryan then adds, if yes, what was it, or are there too many to choose from?
Yeah, this has happened a few times. So between us doing The Walking Dead, Marvel, Game of Thrones, all things like that, there's been a few times where it seems to be mostly for me is the names of characters. Like, I'll give this kind of speech about, and then when this character did this and this, I thought that was brilliant. But I do think this character, and I realise halfway through that I'm talking about the complete wrong character. But I've committed to the bit so much, so I'm now going to carry on.
You're just going to carry on, yeah.
And actually, if Daryl Dixon doesn't end up being the bad guy at the end of The Walking Dead, then, I went with it then, so tough. Yeah.
You're hoping one day you can circle back and be like, see, I was right all along.
Remember in season 6 when I said I've got a funny feeling about this Daryl character? He could, I didn't mean Daryl at all. I meant someone completely different, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it does happen, to answer Ryan's question. Kaylee, your question.
Yeah, so my question from Ryan is for Sam.
Yep.
Ryan asks, was I first choice to be the Marvel Superman? Great choice, by the way. Thanks, Ryan. And why did you ask me to join the show?
Ryan. Steph, just a quick admin question. Can you ban people from Discord?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. Was Kaylee first choice? She absolutely was. She was actually the only choice because...
Oh, thanks.
I mean this in the nicest way. Let me finish before reacting. God, why does every woman in my life jump at me before I finish? I basically knew with the shows coming up and everything, I needed a fresh perspective because... two guys talking about shows that are led by women and where female characters were going to be in it more predominantly, I felt that we needed to add somebody who was going to give us a fresh perspective because there are certain things that we don't know. We can't talk about that from that point of view. And me and Kaylee have known each other a long time, and we would, once we realised we were both Marvel fans, we would actually message one another quite a lot, breaking stuff down. So she was the absolute natural choice. I'm delighted I made it. I'm delighted she agreed because I didn't think she would. And I'm very, very happy with it. She's a wonderful person. She doesn't have pictures of me and blackmailing me or anything. She's lovely. She's the best. Absolute wonderful. Despite the fact she has me blocked and doesn't like talking to me. Stefan, it's your question.
Mate, you're going to regret those things you just said about Kaylee.
I doubt it.
Superfan Ryan from Discord asks, Kaylee, say one thing that annoys you about Sam, and in then turn Stefan. And then, if you can, as it won't be very easy, add one compliment for each. Remember how you were really nice about her?
That's really hard.
Wow.
don't I
Say
like
one
about
nice
Sam?
thing. Yeah, cheers, mate.
What don't I like about Sam? I don't like it when he proves my theories wrong. Because
Stefan's in that as well.
Yeah.
He gets
I
really
should
pissy.
always be right.
Yes.
But on the flip side, I like it when he challenges me, because some people don't, because they know that I'll have a hissy fit and they just think it's easier just to agree with me.
Yep. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
And to be fair, that's the true for both of you.
Okay. I feel like she copped out there, but okay. So thank you, Ryan. You tried to cause a fight, but you failed in your face. Okay, so we're now diving in all the questions that have been sent in via various means. So I have copied and pasted these across. So these have been sent in via email. They've been sent in, submitted via podcast apps. So basically, we've got the name of the person and roughly where they're from. Some a little bit more because they've actually given that information, others just because I've got it from the podcast data. So we'll open up with Mike from Bath in the UK, who says, can each host say which is their favourite Marvel TV show and why? Stefan, I'll start with you.
WandaVision.
WandaVision, and why is that your favourite?
I just think it was the best written, explored the characters, had a lot of fun in it as well. So for me, that's my hands down. If I go back to watch one of the MCU shows from the beginning again, that's what I'd choose.
Yeah. Okay, Kaylee?
Same, actually. WandaVision, absolutely my favourite show.
Okay.
Actually, I did really enjoy the Halloween special, but
You did, yeah.
for a series, it's got to be WandaVision.
Okay.
Definitely.
Mike, for me, my favourite was Moon Knight. It was a character I didn't know a lot about before the show was rumoured, so I looked into it, and I found the mental health aspect with the lead character, who's an actor who I love. I just thought it was brilliant and captivating, and every single episode had me hooked. So yeah, Moon Knight for me. Okay, Kaylee, your question to ask.
Okay, this is from Mia in London. She says, can Sam please describe his perfect woman? And it better be a 5'4" brunette dancer. Hello.
And it begins.
I've seen some of these, and I knew they were in there, and I was like, I was going to take these out. Describe my ideal woman. 5'8", blonde, fake boobs. There we go. Okay, Stefan, your question.
My question is from Jenna from Norwich. What's everyone's favourite colour? And Sam, why is it blue?
What the fuck? Does it say that?
Yes.
Okay, that's creepy. Where's she from?
Jenna from Norwich in the UK.
Yeah, no idea who you are. Yeah, my favourite colour is blue. Have I said that on the podcast?
Possibly.
I must have done. Yeah, my favourite colour is blue because I'm colourblind. I mix up most colours.
That's why she said, is it blue? Because you see everything as blue.
Wow,
That's a
charming.
listener.
But blue is basically the one colour I don't get confused. I always know that's blue. So, yeah, thanks for the bullying. Kaylee, what's your favourite colour?
I'm going to go with green.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Just because every shade of green suits me.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. For me then, so my favourite colour is actually pink.
Yeah.
I had a pink t-shirt as a young kid and got crap given to me at school because I wore a pink t-shirt on a non-uniform day. Yeah. And therefore, from that day on, every non-school uniform day we had, I wore a different pink top just as a kind of a fingers up to everyone. And it stuck.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's not really a thing now, though, is there? Anyone can wear pink.
Exactly, but it stayed as my favourite colour.
You trailblazer, you.
Well, you know, 90s were hard.
Okay, so Stephen from Dorset, UK asks, can each host tell me their favourite dinosaur? Kaylee, do you have a favourite dinosaur?
Oh. I don't know. That's an odd one.
Right, okay. You think about your favourite dinosaur. Stefan, do you have a favourite dinosaur? Because I'm interested to know if guys have this.
Yeah, the Velociraptor. Have you seen Jurassic Park movies? The Velociraptor.
So you
Hands
you
down.
do have, so to be asked that question, you do have a favourite dinosaur just
I
wrapped
do.
up.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, mine's a Stegosaurus.
There you go.
Sorry, Kaylee, have you thought of one?
I genuinely
You can
have
say
never...
you don't have a favourite dinosaur. I think that's
you
an
know what?
acceptable answer.
I don't think I do, because it's not something I've spent a lot of time thinking about the different characteristics of all of the different dinosaurs. You know, one will have more benefits than the other.
You know, Kaylee, do you know sometimes with your husband and you say to him what you're thinking about and he says nothing and you think, oh, I wonder what he's really thinking about. He's picking his favourite dinosaur.
You're thinking
Just so
about
you're right.
dinosaurs.
The Roman Empire, dinosaurs, that's on our mind 24/7. Kaylee, your turn.
Okay, Jessica from London as well asks, Stefan, in the last year you became a dad. I'd really like to know, did the name that you chose for your child have any Marvel links? And if not, how hard did you have to fight for that one against your wife?
So, okay, yeah. I won't give out all my daughter's names, but she has a middle name which is my wife's nan's middle name.
Okay.
Right, my wife's grandnan's, like great nan's middle name.
Yeah.
But all the names that my daughter has are family links somewhere, but changed slightly.
Okay.
So therefore, her grandnan's middle name was Sylvia.
Yeah.
And we changed, or my wife went, oh, maybe we could change it to Sylvie. My brain instantly went, bang, female Loki. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool. That's fine. You can have that one. That's not a problem. My
I
daughter was 2 months old when the Funko Pop of Sylvie from Loki season turned up that I'd ordered.
Yeah.
And that's when it clicked.
Did she laugh or did she just give you a look?
I was given a look and then she laughed and went, oh, so that's why you agreed to the name so quickly. And I was like, yep. So, yeah, she has Sylvie, the female goddess of mischief, as her middle name, and she lives up to it.
I just want to say how clearly that's someone who listens to the show, that they know that you have fought hard for a Marvel theme name. Okay, buddy, your question.
Dante from New England, USA. A question for each host. What's y'all's fave holiday destination?
What?
What's y'all's favourite holiday destination?
What y'all? Okay.
That was terrible.
What y'all favourite holiday destination? Okay. Mine's Cornwall, England. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to go, classic, just Ibiza. Very stereotypical, but love it.
You're such a party animal.
Mine is party animal over in the corner. I love it. Mine is Orlando, Florida, because of Universal, and I'm a massive Disney geek. So yeah,
that's true. He is. Okay, Stacey from Durban, South Africa says, "I love the show and I love the Q&A idea so much." Stefan, please tell us, if you had to spend the night trapped in a room with one of your co-hosts, who would you choose and why? Careful.
Yeah, I am married. So, Sam.
Wow!
I would spend the night, because we would just spend the entire night thinking and talking either football or Marvel.
So Kaylee's incapable of that, and because she's a woman, you couldn't spend the night alone with her. Wow, that's just a lot about your mentality.
Kaylee's already told us that she cannot be wrong.
Stacey, thank you for this question. I'm listening to my partner squirm right now.
No, I'm thinking to myself, if I've got an entire night locked in a room with someone who can't be wrong.
Welcome to her husband's life 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've spoke to the guy on the phone. He does sound very kind of like... Okay, so that was my question. Good answer. Safe, but good. Kaylee, your question.
Rude. Tony from New York, USA asks, a question for each of the hosts. If you could have one Marvel guest on your show, who would you have and why? Sam?
Ooh, that's a good one. Do you think they mean like have the actor on or have the character?
I'm going to go with the actor.
Okay. If I could have one actor on as a guest to interview, I'd like Mark Ruffalo. I've seen loads of Mark Ruffalo films throughout the years, as well as the MCU. And whenever I see him interviewed, he seems really nice and down to earth. And he just gives away stuff. So I know I could get him. So there you go. That's my pick, Mark Ruffalo.
What I love is the fact we went down the exact same line. Mine would be Tom Holland. Because he would give me every single secret coming up in the MCU without even meaning to.
Yep. Kaylee, what about you?
I would actually go a bit more obscure, not obscure in terms of actress, but not necessarily in the MCU. I would go for Jennifer Lawrence because I reckon she would just be so much fun and we could go out for drinks and just fall over.
Because you love her. You love Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Jennifer Lawrence, if we were doing a live show, we were in the same room, I'd help you with that show. Okay, Stefan, yours.
Mine is, here we go. This is an email all the way from Christopher from Izmir in Turkey.
Okay.
That took me a while because I was trying to make sure I got that pronunciation at least semi-right.
Yeah.
Kaylee, what is it like doing a show with Dumb and Dumber?
Fuck off.
It's a treat that's hard to beat.
Who sent that in?
Christopher from Turkey.
Yeah, circle that one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest, sometimes it's like herding cats. I have 2 boys, so I'm used to dealing with idiotic teenage boys.
What the fuck?
So,
Wow.
you know,
You could have left the answer where it was. You could have left it where it was, and you decided
I'm
to
trying
pile
to
on
be
with
honest.
that.
I'm trying to be honest.
To be honest. All right,
Come
okay,
on.
all right. Okay. My question is from Christy, who is in Kyiv, the Ukraine. Thank you for listening. First of all, thank you so much for your show. It always makes me laugh. Secondly, if you could be any Marvel hero, who and why? Thank you. That's for all of us. Kaylee, first, if you could be a Marvel hero, who would you be and why?
I think I would just pick the obvious and go for Captain Marvel because she's my favourite.
Okay, that's a good answer. Stefan, who and why?
Spider-Man.
Why?
Just because he's awesome.
Because I hate spiders and you just freak me out all the time.
Constantly. No, I was going to go down the whole Iron Man route, but technically he's not there anymore, so Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'd choose death. Me, I'd probably choose Thor. Okay. Kaylee, your question.
Okay, Harriet from Sweden asks, have any of you ever had an inappropriate dream about somebody that you know and then you had to face them in real life? Discuss.
Sam, you first.
Fuck off. I remember seeing that one. I thought I deleted it. Shit. Yes. Will I discuss it? Sure. I was working with someone very closely every single day. In no way was it anything other than just work. And then I fell asleep in a hotel room whilst we were away working. I had a weird ass dream. And then I had to sit there whilst this person was like talking me through numbers and a thing. And I felt really awkward and terrible. And I've never admitted that before, but I've just said it on a podcast to tens of thousands of people. So I'm gonna sit here in a shame hole. Stefan, you're next.
So I am married to a very lovely lady who I have known for about 12 years. So I'm just going to go with the obvious answer and go yes. Back when I used to know my wife, when we were older teenagers and stuff, I definitely would have, and then had to be friends with her and her family. So yeah, that would have happened.
Okay. I feel like that was such a safe answer. She
may listen to the podcast.
Have I ever had an inappropriate dream about anyone? Yes, my wife.
Before we were married and together. Yeah,
Kaylee, your turn. Are you going to leave me out here on this branch on my own?
No, like
thanks,
all the
mate.
time.
Oh, thank you so much.
But I can't remember any specifics, unfortunately.
No,
but you know,
that's the funny thing with that situation. I couldn't remember the specific, but I knew it was not right. So I was just sort of sat there like,
And I was like all embarrassed. What's wrong with you? No, nothing. Like there was just so. It's like if you have a dream and you're mad at someone in the dream afterwards. It's not logical, but you are still mad.
But God, you're still mad at them. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, whose question was that? That was Kaylee's.
That
right?
was mine.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Steph, you're up, mate.
So mine is from David from Detroit, USA.
Yeah.
Do any of y'all seriously? is this a thing with Americans, y'all? Do any of y'all know the Muffin Man? No, seriously, Kaylee, are you happily married or do I have a shot?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Depends what time of day you ask me.
Yeah, great answer.
Yeah, Blake.
Right now, pretty happy. Ask me later. Yeah. Yeah. Send in your profile information. Do I know the Muffin Man? No, I don't.
No.
But I hear he lives on Drury Lane. Okay. I have Spencer from York, UK. Spencer asks, do any of you have any bad personal habits? Please share them. Kaylee, start with you.
Oh, God, yeah, loads.
Name one. Go on, reveal it to the world.
I burp quite a lot in public.
Yeah, you do, yeah. I remember.
Like, if I need to burp, I need to burp. And my car is either spankingly clean or an absolute cesspit.
Okay.
There's no in between.
Stefan,
It's disgusting.
passing this over to you from the belching car pig over there.
Yeah, in
What
fact,
about yourself?
I would say my probably is the personal wind, either burping or farting. There's no, there's no flaw on that.
Well, I think you're both terrible. I don't have any. I'm a wonderful person with.
I thought you'd say that, so we asked your daughter, and she
Yeah, yeah. Here's a list. Yeah, no, my worst personal habit, which is a bad habit to have, I can't leave. Like I pick, right? So you like get something on your skin, or like I cut myself or anything. I can't leave it alone. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that's gonna scar now. Pick. Oh, now it's gonna scar even bigger. Pick. Like, oh, what is wrong with me? It's like a brain thing.
No,
So
I think that's a guy thing because I have that issue.
That is my worst and most annoying, because it annoys me and yet I still do it. So that's ridiculous. But yeah, okay. So Kaylee, your question.
Wendy from Margate, UK asks, have any of you been to Margate? And Sam, specifically, do you fancy visiting soon? See, we could have had a class trip, but she's only invited you.
I have been to Margate once. I will not be returning. But thank you very much. That was very kind.
I've never been.
Okay, well maybe you could go.
I have been to Margate many times. I used to have
you sound like you're from
office.
Margate.
Yeah, I used to have a work office in Ashford in Kent.
Yeah.
So Margate was quite a regular trip.
Down to Margate, like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Steph.
More lock all the car doors and head to Margate, but yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. Steph, your question.
Jeremy from North Wales in the UK has one of my favourite questions.
Okay.
Sam, just how many accents can you do? And will you demonstrate ones picked out by your co-hosts?
Hardly any. I can do hardly any, and no. There we go. Moving on. All right, go on and pick one. I'll try.
You got to do, for me, my favourite thing you do is when you go from happy Irish to sad Irish, where you do one Republic of Irish and one Northern Irish. It is one of my... That and your New Zealand accent are like my two favourite things.
Okay, Irish. So the thing about the Irish accent is if you're in the Republic of Ireland, everything you say is really happy. Like, oh, my whole family were wiped out by the plague, but it's going to be a great day. But then you cross the border and you go down like that, and everything that's going on, it just sounds like really depressing. Like yesterday I won the lottery and I'm absolutely ecstatic about it. There you go. That's just offended so many listeners.
There you go, Jeremy from North Wales.
An entire section
Kaylee,
of people.
do you wanna pick one? Or
Oh my
are
god,
you
make
happy
him
to
do
move
Welsh. The comment came from North Wales. Make him do Welsh and really upset him for asking the question.
No, because I love the Welsh accent and I don't want him to ruin it. So I'm going
What
to
the
pick...
Yeah. No, she loves the Welsh accent, and if I do it, it might give her that strange dream she's worried about.
I'm going to pick New York.
New York. I don't know if I can. The only thing I can do, like, I can do the kind of, forget about it. Yeah, forget about it. That kind of. You ever see that stupid film with Hugh Grant in it, where he's like ends up marrying this woman who's in the mafia in New York, and he's like, "Hey, Mickey Blue," like that and stuff like that. That's I can't really do it. I'll work on that. So that's a challenge.
Okay.
But yeah, I can do lots, and not all of them are appropriate. So thank you. Okay, I think it's me. Gary from Toronto, Canada. He says, if you can transform into any animal at will, which would it be and why? Stefan, I'll start with you.
Any animal?
Yeah, at will. So I'm guessing you transform into it, do whatever you want to do, and then transform back, I'm guessing.
I would be a spider.
You're such an asshole. Okay, Kaylee, what would you be?
No, not for you. I was going with it small and could hide in rooms, overhear conversations, and then come out and be like, hey.
Okay, Kaylee.
Well, I wish I could think of something clever, but it would probably be something that could just eat. Like a lot.
Okay. A bear about to go into hibernation.
Yeah, something like that, just so I could stuff my face and not feel guilty.
You're doing like the Winnie the Pooh dance.
Yeah.
Honey. Okay, for me it'd probably be a lion. I love lions. They're my favourite animal. I think they're majestic and wonderful.
Although if you turned into one at will in the middle of your town, it probably wouldn't go down very well.
No, it wouldn't, and I'd probably still run away from the damn spider. So which would be quite a funny visual. Okay, Kaylee.
So it's the cowardly lion then from the Wizard of Oz that is
pretty much sums me up. Yes, the cowardly lion. Yeah, roar is far worse than his bite. Okay, Kaylee, you're up.
Valerie from Vancouver, Canada asks,
another one.
what is your favourite film? And what is really your favourite film that you love that don't normally tell people about?
That's quite good.
That's a nice, well worded.
Steph, we'll start with you.
Yeah. So my favourite film is Singing in the Rain. That is my actual favourite film, and then my actual favourite film that you don't always admit to is Love Actually.
See, I'd have that the other way round, brother. For me, my favourite film, I tell everyone, is Gladiator. Strong, manly film.
Yeah.
My actual favourite film is It's a Wonderful Life, and it makes me cry every year. There you go. Kaylee, what about you?
See, I've got loads. My true favourite film, which I will happily admit to, because I don't get embarrassed about these things, is Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion. Love it. Love it so much. It's just the film that you can watch.
Oh, multiple Oscars.
I love it so much. I feel it in my soul every time I watch it.
I went to the cinema to watch that with a mutual friend that we have, and basically the only memory I have of it at all is that one of these girls goes on stage in front of her entire school and just goes in her bra, I think, just goes, "I lost my top."
Yes. Yeah. So me and my best friend at her wedding, we did the Romeo and Michelle dance.
Oh God. Is there a video?
Spectacular.
Of this? I bet.
It was fantastic. And might be seen as being controversial nowadays because everybody's got a problem with everything, but Gone with the Wind. Love it.
That's not controversial.
It is. People are trying to cancel it, and I can't get on board with that.
Yeah, the same people trying to cancel that also had no issue with a song called Wet Ass Pussy being #1. Listen to the lyrics and tell me which is doing more damage, idiots. Anyway, okay, so that was, whose question was that? Yours, Kaylee?
That was mine.
Okay, Steph, you're up next.
Okay, so my question is from Neil in Sheffield.
Yep.
What is the most pointless / silly thing in your home, but you'll never get rid of it?
What is the most pointless, silly thing in my home, but I won't get rid of it? My cat Jaffa. I love him, but he's a ridiculous animal.
Fair enough.
There you go. Kaylee?
That feels a bit mean.
Don't say your husband, because that would be really out of order.
Well, okay, I'll pick something else. The most ridiculous thing in my home. Oh, there's quite a lot. Well, I've got a lot of nerdy stuff, which some people would class as ridiculous and unnecessary.
Yeah.
But I would probably have to go for. I'm going to need a minute because there's a lot to choose from.
All right, Steph, do you have one lined up?
So Sam, the absolute legend podcast host of this show, brought me a lightsaber. And that lightsaber has sat on a shelf, looking freaking awesome, but no one is allowed to touch it.
Yeah, so it's completely pointless.
It will never be thrown away. It is completely pointless because no one's allowed to touch that damn thing apart from me. However, I'd never get rid of it.
No, okay, that's a good answer. It's probably better than mine.
In that vein, then, it would have to be my 3D printed Stan Lee. Like, I love him so much. He just collects dust. Oh, no, change my answer. My Snoop on a stoop. Brilliant. Fucking love it.
Sorry, your what?
My Elf on a shelf, right?
Yeah.
But
okay.
Snoop on a stoop. It's Snoop Dogg dressed as an elf smoking a spliff, and it's fucking magnificent.
We are going R-rated for this show. Okay.
People. Yeah,
I know.
People ask the questions, they get the answers.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this comes back to me now, and this question is the one where we could actually start a riot.
Oh God.
This is David from Texas in the USA who asks, Kaylee, this is specific to you. Why don't you like Star Wars? Can you please explain your answer in as much detail as possible why you hate Star Wars? For all the Star Wars fans listening, good luck.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Don't make it detailed.
Please, Sam has to get the emails
straight before I get into this.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever explicitly said that I hate Star Wars.
Smart.
I do not have strong feelings about Star Wars either way.
This is going really well. Keep this tone. Keep this tone.
It's just not for me. I tell you what it is. When I was a kid,
abort.
That
was a really good answer. Stop there.
Carry on.
I'm an only child. It was just me and my mum when I was growing up, and these things just weren't played in my house, so I never really got the Star Wars bug. And now I'm far too old to go back and try to enjoy it. It's just it's just
Kaylee,
not me.
let me
something that's
introduce
passed you by.
Yeah, let me introduce you to a young droid named Chopper. I reckon I could change your opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think you would.
No. Let's leave that. I think that was a lovely answer. I think it was well done. Kaylee, your question.
Thanks. That was. I was sweating a bit there.
Oh, you and me both.
Someone else from Canada, Carla from Vancouver.
Oh, wow.
To all of you, name a show you love or have watched recently but have not podcasted about.
Oh, okay.
Steph, go.
Oh God. Okay. A show that I have loved recently we haven't podcast. Oh, Good Omens.
Yeah, that's a great show.
Just finished season 1. Season 2's been released that I can't wait to watch. So that or The Good Place.
Oh yeah, I love The Good Place.
Yeah.
This is The Good Place.
Yeah.
For me, and this has got a massive fandom out there, and I came ridiculously late to it, and that's the show Supernatural. There's 15 seasons of that show.
Oh wow.
I came very, very late to it, but absolutely love it. It's very good. Kaylee?
What have I watched recently? So I went on a binge on Netflix recently and watched the whole of Schitt's Creek. Completely irrelevant, but it's so bloody funny.
It is funny.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah, no, Schitt's Creek's good. I agree with that. Okay, Steph, your question.
This is Becky from Southampton.
Yep.
If you could pass on one pearl of wisdom, saying or thought to the world to make it better, what would it be?
Oh, Christ.
I love the fact that we've gone from, there's questions in here somewhere that will be asking, what do Kaylee's feet smell like? And we also have questions that are like, pass on one pearl of wisdom. Yeah. I love how diverse our fan base is.
For me, just simply 2 words, be kind. You have no idea when you meet people or you're around people what they're dealing with day to day because people don't show it. So be kind. It costs you nothing and it could be the difference in someone else's day, week, life. So that's me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Mine would probably be tomorrow, start again tomorrow. If you've had a shit day, tomorrow will be better.
Nice.
Okay, Steph?
Mine is what I constantly tell the children: manners cost nothing. A please and a thank you will get you a lot further in life than a do this, do that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Angus from Aberdeen in the UK says, "What's your favourite tipple?" He probably doesn't say it like that though. Tipple is Scottish for alcoholic drink, I believe. Kaylee, I'll start with you. What's your favourite tipple?
Oh, goodness me, there's a list. I am partial to a mojito.
Mojito, nice. Steph?
Mine is a Jack Daniels and Coke.
Okay. I don't really drink it. I'm not actually drunk anything in a long time, so I don't know. I can't really drink whiskey because I get really narky, and I don't know why. And it's sort of funny to begin with, and then I just become a real sarcastic asshole. Which I know people listening to this think, what, more so? Yes, more so. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. I'll tell you what, and I'm going to sound very typical pirate now. Rum. I'd drink rum. I'd start with rum, finish drinking rum, and drink that all day. I never get bored of it. So there you go. Okay, Kaylee.
Right. So I know that this answer from Sam is going to be hilarious.
Okay.
So this question is from Duncan in Birmingham, UK. And he asks, what was the worst thing you did to a teacher at school? And do you now as an adult regret it? FYI, I am a teacher.
Steph, start with you.
No, you've got a story already, so you go whilst I think of the worst things I did.
No, because I need to run it past legal.
The worst thing I ever did to a teacher.
Is it really bad that I'm trying to work out which story to tell? Not think of one. I'm trying to work out which one.
There is a list.
I think
Come on.
The worst things I ever did to a teacher were more in my head to Miss Slater, the science teacher.
Sorry, say that again.
I think the worst things I ever did to a teacher were all in my mind. Miss Slater, the science teacher, because she was gorgeous.
Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from that before he ends up on a register. Kaylee, what about you?
So I think the worst thing, I mean, it's funny now, but it probably wasn't at the time. I was in primary school, so I must have been maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And we went on a school trip to Slimbridge, which is like a bird place. And one of my friends said, "Oh, go and hide around that corner when we get on the bus, and they'll think you've disappeared." So I did.
Oh.
And there was like a huge kerfuffle of this teacher trying to find me.
Terrified.
And I came back out the corner, and she burst into tears. Really
wow.
bad.
Okay. So the person who sent this in is a teacher and is probably just listening to this now, going, "Wow." Okay. Every kid, the buddy system exists for a reason.
Yeah, maybe it didn't back in the 90s.
Yeah, no. In the 80s, when I was at primary school, we used to just have to walk. Okay, so I've picked the safest one I can think of.
Okay, I've actually thought of a proper one.
Go on then.
Year 6, we had a levers trip. We went ice skating. I was told, don't put your hands out if you fall over because you'll have your fingers cut off. I fell over, didn't put my hands out, and cracked my head on the ice. And then on the drive back, decided to throw up and literally coat the entire inside of my teacher's car with sick. That was probably the worst thing I ever did to a teacher. Was her car would have smelt like that for months.
I don't feel that was deliberate though.
Not on purpose, but that was still the worst thing I probably ever did because her car would have stunk for months.
Well, sadly, because Stefan had 2 answers, we've run out of time for mine.
No.
No.
Oh god, no! But Katie's gonna know what I'm talking about. Okay, in the 90s, I was at school and I had a teacher, and her name happened to be similar to a very popular pop song at the time. Her name was Miss Jackson.
Is this the geography teacher?
Yeah. Imagine if she's listening. This is awful. I would deliberately be an absolute asshole, so she would shout at me, and I would say,
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. And all my friends would go, ooh, like that. And she would freaking lose it. And the one time she absolutely lost it at me, she sent me to my head of year. And what she said to me was, you need to go to your head of year and tell him what you've done. So I did. I went to my head of year. He said, what's wrong? I said, I arrived late. He said, okay, and you've been sent here for that? He said, no, I've been sent here because I said, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. And he went, that doesn't make any sense. Sam, how did you say I'm sorry, Miss Jackson? I went, you got me there. He went, oh, write down 500 times I am really sorry, Miss Jackson, then you can go back to class. Fine.
You know, it's funny though, because that same teacher, obviously I think I was probably in year 7 at the time, the whole class sang it and she actually cried.
Yeah,
because she was so frustrated with us, and I felt awful about that because she was lovely.
She was not. Yeah, so basically, I got sat down and told if I kept doing it, I'd be asked politely to stay at home for a week. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. But thank you for that question. I think that was a trip down memory lane, and as Kaylee and a few people listening might know, that was possibly one of the least things I did. Stefan, you're up.
Tomaz from London, UK. Oh, God. Describe your sex life as a movie title. Mine would be, when I say mine, I mean Tomas, not mine, would be Fast and Furious, ... Hey, Kaylee.
Is Fast and Furious an advert?
Yeah.
Kaylee, is that an advert to you? Is that like you hear that and go, yeah, baby?
Yeah, no, sorry.
No, okay.
Not for me.
Describe your sex life as a movie title. Okay.
It's really hard, isn't it? Oh, there you go. There's title of my
It's
sex
really
tape.
hard. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no. Yeah, but I got loads, but they're funny, but then not really accurate. Okay, mine would be Home Alone. Kaylee, what about you?
Oh, I don't know. Something like really boring.
So, I've never seen that film, and I don't think the title would do that justice.
I don't know. Something average. I don't know.
Something average. Okay, I really hope your husband doesn't listen. Stefan, what about you?
I think mine will be best summed up by the 2022 film The Apology. So, moving on.
Okay, that brings it back to me, I believe. Kaylee, you're going to wish you gave a proper answer to the last one, because this one's going to really make you cringe.
Oh, no.
Ben from Cork in Ireland says, Kaylee, sorry about this, in brackets. Snog, marry, kill, Sam, Stefan and Kevin Feige. Go.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I know, right?
Oh, shit.
See, when you think about it, but Stefan, when I'm looking at that, I mean, I'm marrying Feige for the money, surely.
Yeah.
And then she's basically kissing one of us or killing one of us.
Yeah. I don't like the odds. You two have known each other for a long time.
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm dead. To be honest with you. She
Yeah,
actually
you know
knows
what?
me.
I think you're probably right.
See?
Purely because, but only because Stefan's got a baby at home. So he can survive.
Yeah.
You can have a Kaylee cuddle.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, brilliant. So I'm getting divorced for another woman kissing me, but I get to stay alive to... It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it works well. Okay, Kaylee, your question.
Yeah. Okay, Zara from Bedford asks, oh dear. Stefan.
Yes.
Don't start with oh dear.
Do you like to swing? You seem like a swinger.
No, he prefers the roundabout.
So, fun story.
No, whoa.
Oh, well.
No. Fun story. No, I don't like to swing. I am very happily straight male. However, when I first started probably dating my now wife, her dad did turn around to me and go, honestly, I'm more surprised than most. I was convinced you were gay.
You know, swinging isn't to the same sex, right? It's like swapping.
I know, no, it's into the whole thing, but no, I'm not into all that. No, I'm just... me and my
You
wife
should have stuck with
happy.
my answer. I prefer the slide.
So technically then, if Elizabeth Olsen and her husband came to you and said, hey, let's swap for the night, you would say no?
My wife might listen to this
God.
podcast.
What a
Yes, I
follow-up.
would say no. I'm very happily married with my wife.
Oh, you're a liar.
Sorry, my nose
Sorry,
just knocked over my screen. 1
yeah,
second.
sorry, the
Okay,
bullshit
I'm back now.
alarm just went off.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Steph, I think it's your question.
It is. Here we go. Mike from Sydney, Australia asks, not doing the accent because it's not fair. From
Hello.
listening, I know you are all parents. If you could pass on one piece of advice to an expecting father, in brackets, my wife is due soon, what would it be?
Well, congratulations, first of all.
Well done, Mike. It works. Congratulations.
That's not what I meant. Okay, who wants to go first?
So, easy one for me.
Yeah.
Easy one. Do the bloody night feeds.
Okay.
Yeah, in fairness, I did the first couple of weeks from day 1 to day... I think it was day 1 to day 16. I did all the night feeds. It
Okay.
makes
Day
a hell of a
16?
difference.
Day 16? Oh,
Yeah, then we
Okay,
started
so-
swapping.
And-
We actually started a routine after that.
a very nice, very expensive push present.
Push
There you go.
present?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That took me a minute. I heard push, and I was like, push chair? Push present? What's a push present? God, I'm so old, I don't even know what these fangled things are. And then, yeah, okay, I got that.
So, Mike,
Steph, do you
that
have-
was very much the thing from a lady. Do all the work and buy something nice.
Yeah,
From
shiny
me,
as well.
I am going to say sleep as much as you possibly can from listening to this podcast till the day the baby is born. Just sleep. Take annual leave if you need and just sleep. Because I'm 9 and a bit months in and I've forgotten what the damn stuff is. Just sleep.
Okay, so I didn't see this question. I think I must have done it at some point, but it's not one that I. Because if I had, I'd try and come up with something better. Because I'm more. Stefan's going through it right now, so his answer was going to be sleep. I could have known that. For me, the best thing anyone ever said to me, I'm going to pass this on to you, because it only really hit me after it had gone, is the days are long but the years are short. So be present. And what I mean by that is, when it's 2 a.m. and your kid's crying and you're holding that baby, it feels like that's forever. And it feels awful, and you're tired, you're exhausted, you know you've got to get up again and start the whole day again soon. But the days are long, but the years go fast. And when you feel like you blink and that kid's going to be going to school, and that kid's going to be doing everything by themselves, and they don't want to be picked up anymore. And a very sobering thought was given to me, and it's true, is one day you'll put your child down and you won't ever pick them up again. And so, although some of the days are hard when you're a new father, enjoy every single minute of it, because it won't come again. And that's my advice,
That was very
for
deep.
what it's
Oh,
worth.
that was lovely.
That was very deep and meaningful. Well done.
Okay. Now I have another one from Sydney, Australia. Was yours from Sydney, Australia?
Mine
Because
was
mine
from
is.
Sydney.
Mine's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I've got one from Nella. If I'm saying that right, apologies if I'm not. And it's for you. It says, Stefan,
Oh.
I'm sure you have said on the podcast before you have tattoos. What do you have and where?
Oh, okay, that's easy enough. I have 3 tattoos. I have my left leg from knee to ankle is MCU characters. On my left shoulder blade is a memorial piece for family members who have passed away. And I am just starting a new one on the top of my left arm,
Which says, I heart Sam. Sorry.
which is
carry on.
Stuff and Thangs podcast logo. No, it is not quite a memorial piece, but it's a bit for my family. So I've started with tattoos. So my nana is like an apron and a sunflower, because that's what I remember. I waited lots of cooking with my nan, so that's what I remember her for. My uncle is a boat, because when we went to Jamaica, he used to live in Jamaica, and we used to go sailing on his boat when I went to Jamaica. Like my granddad jigsaw piece, I always did that sort of thing. So that top of my arm is going to be all pictures of things that remind me. So like my little sister is going to be a microphone, because we go to concerts together. That's our thing, and that sort of thing. That's my other tattoo.
Very nice. Okay, this means it's Kaylee's question.
It's my turn. Okay, so this is from Katie in Devon, UK. And she says, if you were stuck on a desert island with one album to listen to, what one would you want to have?
Oh, crap. Obviously, that's difficult. She says one album, so I'd probably pick like a compilation so I didn't get bored of one thing. I know. The Now 100 album, because the Now 100 album was not only the best 100 songs at that time, they also included in it, had it all the way decades back to when the Now album started. So I'd have like 600 songs or something. So there you go. That's my answer.
Wow.
Well, that feels like a bit of a cop-out, to be honest.
It does, yeah. If I was to pick a band, it would probably be Bon Jovi.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Okay, Steph?
Now, when they say album, in the now day of technology, can I have a Spotify playlist?
No.
No?
That's not the question.
Damn it. Okay, in that case, it would be...
And I'm old.
And I'm old. It would be Panic at the Disco album.
Okay, Steph, your question.
Trixie from San Francisco, USA.
Did you say? Okay. Sorry. Well, that's not a good noise.
There's no way this is a real no, right, okay. What is your porn star name? Make it from the first pet you remember and your mother's maiden name. Which means Trixie's porn star name would be Fluke McDuke.
I remember that one. That's brilliant.
No way in hell is Fluke McDuke real. No, you've
amazing.
made that to sound fun. You've made that to sound funny.
That's an amazing one. I remember reading that. Mine would be Tango Connors.
Mine would be Budweiser Fox.
You say Budweiser Fox?
Yep.
Bud Fox would work quite well
Bud
as
Fox.
a porn star name. Yeah. Kaylee?
Mine would be Kizzy Beams.
Again, that also works. Kizzy. Okay, that means it must be me again.
My God, there's so many
Yvonne from London says, if a book was written about your life, a biography, what would it be called and why? Oh, Jesus.
I know what mine would be.
Go on.
Something like She Fell Over, because I'm a clumsy idiot.
That's actually great. She Fell Over, the biography of Kaylee. Yep, no, that works.
Yeah.
Steph, have you got any idea?
An annual pass at A&E.
An annual pass at A&E. That would be the book title.
That would be the book title. Like, I have broken so many bones from doing stupid crap in my life. Between that and now I've got like chest issues and stuff. I mean, I go to hospital at least 4 to 5 times a year. So
when you walk in, do they say, "Good morning, Steph"?
Hey, Steph, haven't seen you in a couple of months. Yeah, I know. Trying to stay away. But...
Mine would be, he tried, he failed, he might try again.
Fair play.
Yeah. Okay, Kaylee, yours.
Oh, dear. Kelly from Wisconsin, USA says, I'm coming to the UK in June 2024 for a 3-week travelling vacation. Name a place to visit that isn't a big tourist trap for me. Love the show. Love y'all's accents.
You did a very good job on y'all there. You're much better than the other guy.
Yow.
Thank you.
Yow. I'm a little biased, so I'm going to say Bristol. Bristol isn't a massive tourist destination if you look at sort of coming from the USA, but we got a lot of very cool stuff. And they've actually really cleaned the place up now. I don't recognise it in there anymore. So yeah, I'm going to say my home city. There's a pretty bridge, big boat, loads of stuff to do. Yeah, I'm going to say Bristol.
Do you know what the best thing to do in Bristol, and I did it a few weeks ago, when you live somewhere, you don't necessarily do the air quote touristy thing, do you? But a few weeks ago, we did a walking Banksy tour.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it was, you know, if you like graffiti and street art and stuff like that, there's a brilliant tour and they take you around and you've got the little headphones and books and stuff. So I'm going to add that to the list. I recommend doing that.
See,
it's brilliant.
That's a good one. Okay, Steph?
Non-touristy. I live near London, but I am moving.
London.
I'm moving up to Lincoln in a couple of weeks, so I haven't really explored that area. So I can't give recommendations of that.
All the listeners in Lincoln rejoice.
Yeah, watch out. I would say go to Somerset.
Yeah.
Go to Somerset. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I've got a family there. They're a bit in the way. The rest of it's nice. Okay, so who's up
Me.
next?
Nathan from Belfast asks, would you rather fight 10 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
10 duck-sized horses for me.
10 duck-sized horses every day.
Kaylee?
No.
You'd go for the horse-sized duck.
Yeah.
That bill alone would kill you.
They bite like even at their size now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've only got to focus on one thing, not 10 little buggers chasing you around.
Yeah, but you just kick the little thing. Yeah.
In fairness, I can count to 10 quite easily, so I'm happy with the 10 duck-sized horses. Horse-sized ducks.
I like the fact you added that. You felt that you needed to clarify that you could count to 10.
Yeah, that was my big up for the day.
For everybody listening who might doubt this, I can count to 10. Okay, my question, and it's from Angela in Durham, UK, and it's for Kaylee.
Ooh.
Kaylee, if you were stuck on a desert island with Sam and Stefan, and you had to, and I mean absolutely had to choose one of them to, murder then eat, which would you choose?
That wasn't where I thought the question
No,
was going.
and that's why she did it that way. Clever girl.
Who would I murder then eat? Oh.
Thanks, Angela, by the way.
I am going to say Sam.
Thanks, mate. Love you too.
Sorry, but there is logic to the answer.
Yeah, don't. Let's not go down that road.
Would you like to hear it?
No, because it's just
If
going
that
to hurt
makes
my.
you feel better.
No, it won't. It's just going to hurt my feelings. It's said
It
now.
won't.
It's done. It's out there. You ignore me when I message you. You'd kill me and eat me. It's fine. We're good. That's twice. That's twice during this Q&A. You would kill me. Oh, right. Whose question? Kaylee's your question. I'm going to sit here and sulk.
Okay, well, I will text you the logic later because it's pretty good.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you for listening to our Q&A podcast. This is the end of part 1. But don't worry, part 2 is available now from all good and some bad podcast providers.